Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Ellen Nilssen. I am a WFM, a woman FIDE master from Denmark, and I'm here today to take you through 3 puzzles that can help you improve your chess. I think we should just jump right into it. We have the first puzzle here on the screen in front of us. The theme of this puzzle is purely tactics. In chess, it is very important that we have a good tactical vision in order to win many games. It is white to move, and I recommend that you pause this video and take as much time as you need in order to solve the puzzle. We will go through the solution together, and we will do that by pressing the orange plus here on DecodeChess, which will help us go deeper into the position. We can see now that DecodeChess has finished decoding the position, that white does indeed have a decisive advantage by playing the pawn on d5 to d6 with a check. This way we're giving a check and we're attacking the queen at the same time. There is no way for black here to avoid losing the queen. Black can try to put the king on h8, but after d takes e7, white wins the queen, and instead if black moves the queen in between, for example on e6, white can simply capture it with the bishop. I think we should jump right ahead to the next position, and that is this one we have in front of us. Once again, it is white to move, and the theme of this position is improving your pieces. In chess, it is important that we know where to put our pieces on the most active squares and how to get them there in the most meaningful way. Once again, I recommend that you pause this video and take as much time as you need in order to solve this puzzle. And then we can go through the solution together. We will again be pressing the orange plus here on DecodeChess in order to dig deeper into the position. We can see now that DecodeChess has finished decoding the position, that white has a decisive advantage by playing the rook from b1 up to b3. On b3, the rook has several options we can see down here. First of all, we're threatening the bishop on c3, and after that we're actually also threatening to put the rook on a3. But before we go a little bit deeper, we can try to go to threats up here, and we can see that if white doesn't play this move, rook b3, black has a lot of different ideas, and in this position black even has a pawn. But when we play rook to b3, we are attacking the bishop on c3, and by this we actually win a tempo. Winning a tempo pretty much means winning a move, because now black has to spend time on moving this bishop. When black moves the bishop, we can see that we have different options: rook a3, the rook f3, and rook h3. But as DecodeChess is also showing that here after bishop b4, which is the best move to keep an eye on the a3 square, then white can play knight e5. And when we play knight e5, we're still keeping an eye on the knight here in case this queen feels the need to move back to defend the king. But we're also opening up for the rook here on b3 so that it now can swing over to the king's side to either h3 or g3. In this position, the best move for black is to play f6 to win a move on the knight on e5, but this won't help much after knight c6, because the knight now also is attacking the pawn on e7. We can bring the bishop, we can bring the pawn here on h4, and this position is lost for black. We can jump onto the next position. That is the one we have right here in front of us. In this puzzle, the theme is piece development and the uncastled king. Once again, I recommend that you pause this video and take as much time as you need in order to solve the puzzle. And then we can go through the solution together. We will yet another time be using the dig deeper function on DecodeChess by pressing the orange plus. We can also scroll down a little bit and see how we can find the best move. We have an idea in this position, which is to play rook takes f6. But after g takes f6, this is a decisive advantage to black. Probably because there is a threat on the bishop here on g5, and also the threat of the knight on d4. So instead, what we can do before playing rook takes f6 is playing queen h5. Because now when we play rook takes f6, then after g takes f6, the pawn on f7 will be hanging, and there is no queen takes d4 check, also trying to trade the white queen on d1. So queen h5 in this position is the best move. We can see that white is threatening various things. For example, taking the pawn on f7 with the queen and taking the knight on f6 with the rook. We can also see that white has so many ways of bringing all the pieces into the attack by, for example, playing rook a to d1, bringing this knight from c3 into the center to d5, and this bishop here on b3 is also doing an excellent job looking at the pawn on f7. The engine is giving the line g6 to attack the queen, queen h4, and after queen takes d4, king h1, white is down a piece, but because black is so underdeveloped and have not yet castled, then after bishop g7 and rook a to d1, this position is actually lost. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed these 3 puzzles. If you have the courage to try a few more puzzles, I have posted 3 FENs in the description box down below. Then you can paste them in to DecodeChess yourself and see if you can solve them. Thank you everyone so much, and bye bye.